Hey there! Today we'll be covering the study guide for KCON 2015. Woo! Let's turn off the fan! And that's quieter. Hotter, but quieter. This study guide, I attempted to do it last year too. One of the videos got blocked, copyright and all that, but we're gonna try again this year. So in this video we'll be covering day 1, which is the first day of concerts, not necessarily the first day of the convention. First listed there, this is in no particular order. First listed is GOT7. They debuted in January of 2014. There are 7 members, I believe. They're with JYP Entertainment. They have 7 members from all over the place. 4 of them are Korean and the rest of them are not. I'm going to list their names off from a list because there's no way I can remember who they all are. There's JB, who's a leader, he's Korean. There's Mark, who's from the US. Junior, who's also Korean. Jackson, who's Chinese. Youngjae, who's Korean. Bam Bam, who's Thai. And then Yubyum, who's Korean and the Makdae. So I watched a few of GOT7's music videos and I do like them. They have that JYP sound. I know that GOT7 has a good fan base already. I know a few people who are already like way into them. I had heard of them before this, but I hadn't really listened to anything from them. They don't come up on my Pandora, so this is a new opportunity for me to get to know GOT7 so far. I'm still kind of on the fence. I do really like the song Stop Stop It or Haji Hajima. That song is kind of been stuck in my head this afternoon, so it's real promising. I can't wait to see them at KCON. Next is Monsta X. They debuted in December of 2014 with Starship Entertainment. And when I say debuted, I mean kind of debuted. I don't think they really debuted until May of 2015, so they are like super brand spanking new. I had never heard of them before KCON. I'm like, who are these people? They have shown up nowhere in my social media. Also, remember Starship Entertainment, you're gonna hear it again. Monsta X has 7 members. I know them not. So once again, list time. Oh, I meant to look up the pronunciation of this guy's name. Shonu, I think? Wono, Minhyuk, Kihyun, Hyungwon, Juwon, IM. If I butchered any of those, I apologize. So, Monsta X, like I said, is brand new. They're with the same label as Star and Boyfriend, so they have a lot of potential in that area. It's a good label, I'd say. Pretty solid. They're best known for their debut song, which I believe is Trespass. A few people are actually familiar with that song. I do know one person who knew what their debut song was. They were pretty active before they officially debuted, so there's probably some stuff floating out there. I do believe that the plans for them are to concentrate on variety, which I believe is the best way to spread the word about any group or people, because variety is really the place where you get to distinguish personalities, and I love personalities when it comes to groups, so I plan on seeing more of them in the future if that's the road they go, because trust me, I watch a variety shows. So being relatively new and knowing nothing about them, I'm going in with a fresh, clean slate, and it'll be really interesting to see what kind of stage they have at KCON. Okay, Roy Kim. So Roy Kim is next. He has been around since 2012. He won Superstar K4, which is kind of like an American Idol in Korea, so you have to imagine that he's at least got some really good chops. He hasn't done much media-wise, but it's my understanding that he has done a lot of like collaborative concerts, so he has a lot of concert experience under his belt. Other artists under that label include Tiara and FT Island and CM Blue, so again, it's another solid label. I watched his a few of his music videos. The music video Home was had a lot of impact. I got very misty-eyed when I was watching it. It did cut deep. Then for a change of pace, I watched Bum Bum Bum, which is really light and bouncy, and I absolutely hate comparing Korean artists to American artists because I hate it when they do it to my guys. But he does kind of he's got to sound a lot like John Mayer. It's very smooth and very engaging. Engaging. He really does suck you in, and because he has so much concert experience and because of the way he's built vocally as a musician, I really do look forward to seeing him at the concert to see just how he comes across live. Next we have Sistar, who debuted in June 2010 with Starship Entertainment. Sister has 4 members. I don't know if they've always had 4 members, but right now they have 4 members. They are, and even though it's 4, you'd think I'd know, but nope, this time. Hyolin, Bora, Soyu, and Dasun. Sister does have a subunit. Sister 19. They just had a comeback. A sort of summer-themed comeback. Most of the K-pop groups come back out during the summer. They did the song Shake It, which I enjoy. It's very catchy, even if it does sound a lot like Touch My Body, which they also do, but it's very catchy. You do see through the music videos that they're somewhat, I mean, you can't really say provocative, but they do have a more saucier side to them. There are people who don't like groups that have saucier performances, but it wasn't bad. The first time I watched it, it was kind of like, whoa. But the second time and third time you watch it, you're like, alright, I guess it's not that bad. Until you get to a point and then you're like, no, it's still pretty bad. I mean, it's not bad, but there's a lot of booty in that music video. Let's just put it that way. Sister, I'd actually heard it before. They come up on Pandora. I've heard a bunch of their songs. Because I have heard of them before, I'm really excited to see them live because a live performance can really make or break a K-pop relationship. I know I'd heard of, but weren't really into B1A4 until I saw them at KCON last year. Now I absolutely love them. They almost pushed my top group out of their spot. Almost, not quite, but they're like nudging up there. Speaking of top groups, our next one is Super Junior. Now, Super Junior is my ultimate #1 bias group. Super Junior was my gateway group. It's the reason that I have K-pop posters on my walls. Like, they are it for me. They're my favorite group, and even if a bias ruiner comes along, they always remind me why they're my favorite group. Super Junior debuted in 2005. They've been around forever. Just about everyone knows of them. There are a lot of people in the group. I'd give you a number, but it's like, depending on who you are, there's so many members. I don't think they've all been together since close to after debut. Especially now because a lot of them are cycling through the army. They're at that age now. They've been around for a while, but I do love them so. Their members are, and I'm gonna list all of them. They're with SM Entertainment. Super Junior, SM Entertainment. Members, I'm gonna list off members. There's a lot of them. Some of them are active, some of them are not, some of them are current, some of them are some of them are just with subunits, but let's include everybody because why not? So we have Ijuk, who's a leader, Heechul, Yesung, who just got out of the army, Kangin, who got out of the army not too long ago, Shindong, who just went into the army, Sungmin, who also went into the army, Eunhyuk, Donghae, Siwon, Ryeowook, Kibum, who's not active. He hasn't been active for years because he's working on his acting career, Kyun, Haeging, who used to be with the group but left because SM and their contracts, and it's kind of a thing, and how they're not so good, but he couldn't take it anymore and he left. Somi, who's with one of the subunits, and Henry, who's also a member of the subunit, but not the main group. Both of them have gone solo, and they do tend to pop up in Super Junior concerts, so you do see them a lot. They're recognized as Super Junior members, even though it was a bit of a struggle to get there. So Super Junior has quite a few subgroups. They have Super Junior, and then all the subgroups start with Super Junior. So they have Super Junior, Cry, Happy, Trot, N, which is their Mandarin group, and then D&E, which consists of Donghae and Eunhyuk, whom I also love. So all of the subgroups are great. They exist because the group has so many members that, like now, a bunch of them are in the army, but they can still stay active because there are still members that form those other groups that are still around. So they don't need everybody to keep working. I appreciate the idea, and I love them all individually, so again, I will take them in any combination they come in. Yay. Excuse me, but I know Super Junior, so we're going to talk a little bit about them. The thing I love about Super Junior is that they're not just artists, they're entertainers. They're very good at sucking you in and not taking things too seriously, and even though they work hard, they still find the fun in everything. They just make you feel so relaxed and just enjoy everything with them. You never really feel too like uncomfortable or worried for them because you know they can handle it. They're about to do a comeback. They just released a teaser for it. They haven't actually released it as of when I'm shooting this, called Devil. Right before this, the album they had was Mamacita. There are tons of music videos for them because they've been around for a while. And it's really hard to pick one to highlight. I would say I usually try to pick the more recent ones. Mamacita is the most recent one that's out now. After I film this, Devil may be out, so that will be the most recent one. But I mean, if you just go through all of the title tracks, there's really no bad ones. First two I watched were Acha and Mr. Simple. Those were the ones that sucked me into this world here, and I'm so glad they did. I owe them so much. So those are all the artists for Saturday. I will put another video out for Sunday. Hopefully I don't get my videos blocked. I'm still really excited to go. I got good tickets. I'm going to Club KCON on Friday if anybody wants to, like, if anybody's going to that, so you want to hang out, I'm all for it. We all have that one thing in common, right? So Saturday already promises to be a good concert. My guys are gonna be there, Super Junior. If you're going, I can't wait to see you there. Bye!